All right, welcome back. So this next step, we're going to show you how to build this front wall of the shed um, and make this, it's called a structural header to go above the rough door opening. All right, so for now, let's say goodbye to this. Pew, just deleted that. We're going to start over and show you how to do this. So um, you'll notice we've got this box drawn over here. So what I would do if I were you, this is a rough opening size for a door. Uh, this size will depend on the size of door you want to use. So I just picked a fairly common size, and we created this. It's 38 and a half inches by 82 and a fourth of an inch. It should make it a little easier to type than having to type all this out. But if you take this, I'm just going to make a copy of this. I'm going to grab it right in the middle. We're going to put this door opening right in the middle. Okay. And if you look at our, oops, they're up here. If you notice here, the door opening, they've got the bottom plate going through the door opening. Um, that's one way to do it. With this being a shed, we're going to do it a little differently. And this is where the opening is going to be. Okay, so going back to that, you'll notice it's a little harder to see, but we have a stud here, the structural header here. We can actually see it better on this one. And you'll notice that the structural header sits on top of this inner stud, and the outer stud goes past it all the way to the top and bottom. Okay, so if we were to get rid of this blue and these three yellow pieces, this would no longer be a structural window. This would be a door frame. So that's what we're going to create, is a door frame, just like this. All right, so back to SketchUp. We need some boards. Let's grab one of these. Just make a copy. I'm going to bring it over here. We're going to make it unique, but we need to rotate it. So I'm going to get my rotate tool. I'm going to rotate this 90 degrees, and then I'm going to park it right here. Okay. And as you recall, it needs to be the height of this on each side. So I guess we'll do the push-pull first. We could have copied it over to the other side, but if we do that, then I just grab this, move, control, and I'm going to grab it on the outside so that when I come over here, it's on the inside. Okay. Now we need the outer stud. So again, let's take this one and just move, control. I'm going to grab it here so I can match it there. We need to make this one unique. We're going to double click here. This one's going to go all the way up to the 8 feet. So I'm going to pull this up to match those other ones. And then we can take this guy, move, control. I'm going to grab it again by the outside so that it copies it to the inside of that. Okay. So there's those. We need a few more boards still, but I think we can get rid of our rough opening, or my little cheat tool that I made. Let's put the top plate on. So I'm going to take this guy, I'm going to move, copy, I'm going to grab it right here at this corner so I can match him up right here with that corner. And we're going to make this guy also unique because we want to come in here and edit this. We're going to chop this board off to where it matches that edge right there. Okay. So let's do the bottom. So we need one here and one here that these boards are actually going to sit on. So we are going to have to come back in and edit both of those. So let's just, for now, I'm going to take this control and move it down here where it matches. Okay. And we need to make this one unique as well, because we're going to change it. You come in here, and now this is kind of a cool trick. You can't see that part, right? But I can still click where it's supposed to be, and it will let me push pull. We're going to actually push it right here, because these two boards are supposed to sit on top of that one. Now this guy can get copied, move, control, match him up right here, and it should, if we did everything right, match up perfectly there. Now we're going to come into this guy, push, pull, click key, and so it matches. Click out, and I'm going to do this one. Oops, not that one, this one. Same thing, push, match it up here. And if you notice, see how it's doing it, the same thing on the other side too. That's why we like components. So I only have to do it to one side. Okay. Then I can take this, move, control, put that on our outside wall. And again over here. And then I'm going to grab this in the middle. And I'm just going to place it in the middle there. Take another one over to this side. Place it at the middle there. Okay. So we're almost done. We just have to finish our header. I think the easiest way to do this, I'm going to steal one of these. I'm going to make a copy of this. I'm going to bring it up here. I'm just going to set it right anywhere for now, because we have to do two things. We got to make it unique, and we need to rotate it. It's got to be rotated 90 degrees. Rotate tool, click, click, rotate up 90, enter. Now I can take this and move that to where it matches that corner. Come in here and pull this out like that. But we have this big old gap in the back. So we do need to move, copy this right there, and you'll notice there is a gap. Normally we would insert like a 1/2 inch thick piece of plywood just to make that look right and be what it was supposed to be. All right, one more board. Grab this, move, control. I'm going to grab it right in the middle. And this is going to be our cripple stud right in the middle. We are going to have to make it unique. And I can edit it, push, pull, and chop it down to, come on, right there. All right, that was easy. We got the front of our shed made. If you remember our other shed, we did have two. We had an inner wall, which would be made the exact same way. So we're going to hide some of this stuff. And if I hold the shift key down, I can select more than one thing at a time. Right click, hide. Now I can select all of that. Right click, make that a component. We're going to call that front wall. And there it is. Now I showed you last time how to unhide using components. Okay, now components is a little different. I'm going to show you another way. If you actually see, this piece right here is called outliner, and I've already got it open up here. This is our outliner, and you'll notice some of them, they have these eyeballs. There's no eyeball. If I click this, shazam, concrete slab, the other wall, all brought back. The components section down here, it makes it, it's just another way to copy. All right, so I just built this front wall. If I click on this, look what it does. It gives me a whole nother front wall. So I can just grab this and move it in wherever I want, but I do need to get it set somewhere where it's matching. And I'll leave it up to you guys. You can, I mean, it needs to be obviously between the walls, but if you want it closer up here, you want it further back, you want it roughly in the middle, I'll let you guys choose where you want to put that wall. But that's the front wall with a structural header and a rough opening for a door. Next, we're going to show you how to make the back wall with a non-structural header and include a rough opening for a window.